Even as it approaches its 5th birthday, Risk of Rain 2's modding community is more active than ever. Not even 2 weeks ago, they modded Ryan Gosling into the game.
God, he's literally me!
This is Driver, one of the many gems you can find scrolling through the Thunderstorm. And in this video, I'll be counting down a few of my favorite mods for Risk of Rain 2. This list is in no particular order, except for the final 2 being my personal favorites. I will say that it has been curated with the idea of preserving the spirit of the base game, so sorry in advance if you're hoping for Goku or Miku to be on this list. First mod on the list is Vanilla Void by Zenithrium. It adds 10 entirely new Void items to the game, including new variants of things like crowbars, guillotines, and even laser scopes. One of the best parts of this game is discovering new synergies and builds for survivors, and Vanilla Void adds a ton of new, interesting interactions into the game. Next mod on the list today is the Arsonist by Popcorn Factory. This Manic Incendiary deals huge chunks of AoE damage, but is balanced out by his overheat mechanic. For each M1, you fill up a little bit of your overheat meter. Max it out and your damage and fire rate get neutered for a short period of time. As a player, you have the option to play it safe and wait it out, or you can play the survivor the way Mithrix intended and nullify this weakness by choosing to light yourself on fire. Your decision though. Now, this next mod isn't exactly the hottest cousin at the family reunion, but it sure is going to make your life easier. Quality of Rain by Vanilla Chai makes several quality of life changes that I could tell you about, but I'll just show you instead. Go wild, kids. If you're enjoying the video so far and would like to see more content like this, I'd really appreciate you leaving a like or subscribing to the channel. Your feedback helps me give you better content. Okay, love you, bye! Moving on to the next modded survivor on this list, we have a crowd favorite, Paladin. Primarily a melee survivor, Paladin prefers to brawl up close and personal in tandem with the plethora of spells he has at his disposal. Even though he's just one survivor, the amount of care and effort put into this mod is easy to see with the sheer number of alt skills, skins, and achievements to unlock. With as much build diversity as he has, this is a survivor that you'll have a hard time switching off of. We're at the halfway point in our list, and here's another staple quality of life mod, Better UI. This mod helps take the guesswork out of understanding your build. It answers questions like, how many more fuel cells do I need for 100% uptime on tonic? What's my proc chance on HEGs? Why hasn't my dad come back from getting milk? Candidly, if you're a seasoned player, some of the information provided might be a bit redundant to you, but luckily you can change what stats are displayed in the config. But honestly, I'd still recommend the default settings wholeheartedly. More information is never a bad thing. Another survivor for you here, Pathfinder. Pathfinder is a glass cannon focused on burst damage, accompanied by his robotic bird, Squall, who's more reliant on on-hit effects. It's like having 2 survivors for the price of 1. You control Squall by charging up his battery until you get to press R on some godforsaken beetle. Oh, and he also inherits every single item you pick up. Next on the list is a new Stage 3, Fogbound Lagoon. I gotta be honest, this looks like something stolen straight from Hoku headquarters. The quality on this is just insane. The stage features a unique blend of mobs that should help add a bit of variety to your runs. A must-have in my opinion. This leads us to the penultimate survivor on this list, Spearman. Spearman is a unique blend of melee and ranged attacks, combined with some interesting mobility options as well. The best part of his kit, however, is easily his M2, which charges an empowered spear for you to throw that could freeze, ignite, stun, bleed, or even poison your enemies. Wait for the right moment to chuck a spear and you'll be massively rewarded. This guy's burst potential is insane. Before we get into my 2 favorite mods on this list, I feel obligated to highlight the best bang for your buck mod pack, which is Starstorm 2. While I'm sure many of you are very familiar, it's as popular as it is for a reason. With just one download, you get new survivors, new items, stage events, and more. Now, we're on to my favorite modded survivor, the guy I just keep coming back to, Rocket. You blow shit up and rocket jump across stages. I wish I had a loftier description of this survivor's gameplay, but I honestly cannot overstate the sheer dopamine overload I experienced after I rocket jump across the entire continental United States just to descend from the heavens with the sole purpose of turning some poor infant Lemurian into a fine red mist with my trusty shovel. The movement takes a second to pick up, but by God is it satisfying once you get the rhythm going. Finally, we're at the end of the list today. My favorite mod I have installed, Stage Aesthetic. Having racked up close to 500 hours in this game, I've gotten a little tired of looking at the same pool of stages over and over. This mod rolls a random color scheme and applies it to whatever stage you're currently on, even changing some of the props to match the stage theme. This isn't game altering in any major way, it adds some well-needed color for degenerates like myself who plan to put another 500 hours in. And that concludes the list today. If you made it this far, come here, you deserve a little. In all seriousness, this was by no means an exhaustive list, just a few that I constantly seem to keep in rotation. If you enjoyed this video, once again, it would mean the world if you left a like, subscribed, or even commented something that you wish you would have seen on the list today. But for now, take it easy. I'll see you on the next one.